Have you noticed something strange about science? We hear about breakthroughs all the time: new therapies, revolutionary technologies, game changing discoveries. But very few of them ever become something people actually use. Today, we are going to uncover why. Why most research never becomes real world impact, and why discovery is only the beginning. Let's start with a reality that surprises most people. Imagine spending 10 years of developing a breakthrough technology, publishing in top journals, winning grants, getting global recognition. And still, it never reaches a single patient, never becomes a product, never leaves the lab. This isn't rare, this is a normal outcome of innovation. Here is what the number actually look like. Millions of research papers are published every year, but only a tiny fraction ever becomes a commercial product. An even smaller fraction reaches large scale real world use. Innovation failure is the default outcome. Success is the exception. So, what causes this massive gap? To understand that, we need to look at what research is actually designed to do. Many experimental cancer therapies shows incredible results in the laboratory studies. Tumors shrink, cells respond, mechanisms look promising. But then they fail. They cannot be manufactured reliably, they cannot be delivered safely, they are too expensive to produce. Scientifically successful, commercially impossible. Why does this happen so often? Because academia and industry are solving different problems. In academia, success means discovery. Researchers aim to find something new, prove something is possible, publish novel results. Impact is measured in citations, not adoption. And that is completely valid. But building products requires a different objective. Now, let's look at how industry thinks. Industry does not optimize for novelty, it optimizes for reliability. A product must work every time, scale to large population, meet safety standards, pass regulation, make economic sense. Researchers ask, can this work? Industry asks, will this always work? And this difference creates first major gap. Most research demonstrates proof of concept. That means it works under controlled condition. Perfect temperature, perfect materials, expert handling. But real life is messy. Different users, different environment, different variability. Lab success answers one question: can it work? Products must answer a harder question: will it always work? And that leads to one of the biggest barriers. If the results cannot be repeated consistently, they cannot become products. Manufacturing demands statistical certainty, not experimental success. Small variations in materials, temperature, or handling can change outcomes. Many findings work in one lab but fails elsewhere. And if you cannot reproduce results at scale, you cannot ship them. But even reproducible science faces another challenge. Scaling is where many brilliant ideas collapse. Something that works perfectly in a tiny experimental setup may fail completely in mass production. Heat behaves differently, mixing changes, contamination risk increases, costs explode. Scaling transforms science into engineering, and engineering introduces entirely new problems. Now, let's add regulation. Especially in healthcare, nothing reaches people without approval. Safety studies, clinical trials, quality systems, regulatory review. This can take years, sometimes decades. Regulation does not evaluate possibility, it evaluates risk across entire populations. Many technologies simply cannot meet that bar. Even if they pass regulation, one more test remains. A technology can be scientifically perfect and still fail economically. Is there a market? Is it affordable? Will people adopt it? If manufacturing costs exceed what customers will pay, the product cannot exist. A perfect solution that nobody can afford is functionally useless. Now we reach a structural problem in innovation itself. Most academic discoveries exist at very early development stages. In engineering terms, this is called low technology readiness level. Industry needs mature, validated systems before investing heavily. Between early discovery and market readiness, there is a massive development gap. This is where funding becomes scarce and many technologies stall permanently. This gap has a name. Between discovery and commercialization lies the valley of death. To cross it, you need engineering development, manufacturing expertise, clinical validation, regulatory planning, and business strategy. Most research enters the valley. Very little emerges. From industry experience, the reality is even more revealing. In real product development environments, technologies rarely fail because the science is wrong. They fail because processes are unstable, costs explode at scale, regulation requires redesign, and clinical usefulness is limited. Translation failure is usually operational, not scientific, but some technologies do succeed. mRNA vaccines succeeded after decades of research and massive funding. Gene therapies continue to struggle with delivery and cost. Diagnostics often requires years of validation before adoption. Success happens when science, engineering, regulation, and economics align. This alignment is rare. So, what actually enables translation? Five pillars consistently determine success: scientific robustness, engineering readiness, market validation, regulatory strategy, and sustainable economics. Remove any one of these, translation collapses. So, what should researchers do differently? Ask this question early. Can this be manufactured reliably? Can it be standardized? Who will pay for it? What regulation applies? Design experiments with real world constraints in mind. That is how research becomes impact. Because impact requires a mindset shift. Publication spreads knowledge, product changes lives. The most influential scientists think beyond discovery. They think like engineers, developers, and problem solvers. So, here is the core insight. Discovery creates possibility, translation creates reality, science creates knowledge, engineering delivers impact. Without translation, innovation remains potential. And that brings us to the final message. If you want to understand how science actually becomes real world technology, subscribe. Thank you for listening.